Good afternoon and welcome back to the European Open from the IPA. A last 32 match in the Open between Wales's finest and Scotland's finest, Simon Ward against Liam Dunster. Two of the best players on the IPA. This is set to be a cracker. I'm going to be joined in commentary by a very familiar voice again, Mr. Dan Rush, who's just currently sorting out a pen situation. Best of 13 again, I believe, for this match. Liam, probably one of the most consistent players from his home country, and Simon, a seasoned professional, been around a long time, and one of the best shot makers I've ever seen and ever had the pleasure of commentating on. Welcome, Dan.
Hi, Dave. Oh, flicking. There it goes.
Last ball moving.
Well, when the phrase contrasting styles was made, these were the two pictures you saw in the dictionary.
So you've commentated on Liam before?
Yeah.
No.
But he depends what mood he's in and what the stage of the game he's at, you know. He's such a good attacking player as well.
Can play both sides. A crowd has come in to watch this. Now then, I commentated on Liam Dunster against Ross Fernie. Now Ross won't be very happy about me mentioning this, due to the scoreline ending very much in Liam's favour. However, it was the first time I'd commented on Liam, and what you pick up on when you're in the arena, Dan, is a demeanour around the table. Now, he's only a very small person, but he's ice cold. You really don't know if he's 7-0 up or 7-0 down. That expression on his face never changes, ever.
And that control of your emotions is really important if you're, wanting to give yourself a chance to win at any opportunity.
If Stephen Hendry played pool, you really get nothing from him at all. He doesn't give anything away. I've heard good and bad said about him, about people not liking his style of play, but I know he's only a young lad. Do you know his age? 21, is he? I'll find out shortly. But he's Scotland's #1, and at such a young age, when you see the talent in Scotland, that is some achievement.
He's a nice lad as well. Oh, he's missed that by a fair way. Look, Simon's coming to the table and he must think, oh, it's not the easy finish you'd have wanted. This yellow does go past into the bottom right pocket. He's got quite a bit of work to do here if he wants to make much progress.
You know what you get with Simon? He's going for the attack. It's great to watch. Yeah, he's 22, Liam.
Just checking the angle here, whether or not he kisses into that red. Gotta be delicate here. Quite a lot of distance between the yellow ball and the red that he's trying to cannon into, so you've got to control that spin nicely.
He's going to play off the side cushion. Yeah.
Brave shot to play.
It was.
That speed.
They don't mind, though, moving the cue ball around. Simon and Craig both do it, don't they? Spin that white ball around.
All the Welshies love a spinning cue ball. There's Andy MacDonald in the background.
I think he's landed with no shot here. There's going to be a containing safety at best. bookies have got Simon Ward heavy favourite.
I'd probably put him as, in my opinion, I'd put him as favourite, just because of his, success on the IPA tour, and he's a bit more experienced. But I don't know about heavy favourite. What's heavy favourite in betting terms?
He's 1 to 2 basically. He's 15 to 8 on.
Does that mean
6 to 4?
He's going to win 2 out of every 3 comps? Is that
no. That just means for this match against.
Oh yeah, I mean for this match. Yeah.
So if you put £15 on, you're going to get your £15 back plus another 8.
If I was Liam now, I'd be looking at this one over the bottom right pocket, because it's got a perfect angle to be able to get the white back out with touch a left-hand side. It's going to do well to get, quite so perfect on it again. It's going this way. He's okay. He's not that much of an issue. That's only just sneaked in.
He's very different round the table. I can see Simon looking at him, thinking the same. A little bit of expression, that's rare. Talking to himself, because he's landed straight, I presume. So he's going to have a tough second to last red. It's going to be virtually full length of the table, dead weight, unless he can bring that white off the cushion.
I think he'll probably try and leave it, just shy of the jaw of the pocket now, because he wants it just off straight.
He's potting it.
Oh yeah, he's going for it, but he's going to leave it in the knuckles, I'll say.
Like that.
And now, this is where...
How are you playing this down?
Well...
They don't come any tougher than this. Are you hitting this hard and stunning off the side cushion, or are you rolling dead weight?
Well, in one of these situations where, when a table's just been laid only 2 days ago, it is liable to be... It's not going to be absolutely perfectly level. There is a good chance it could roll off if you roll it dead weight. I think just a drag.
Well, if he rolls it dead weight, he's not going to leave anything. It's half and half. Well, that was an odd shot choice. Yeah, the pace he played it, because he's missed it. Did he miss it? He missed it thick, didn't he?
Yeah, he knocked it onto the far knuckle.
Where he's left it. No, he's not left it easy, but he has left a half chance for Simon.
I think Simon will fancy himself for these. Going to stun into the yellow at the top. Just flick them both out.
Just flick off it, yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
If that doesn't drop, it's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
First 3 frames very important. And the first 7.
Liam will not necessarily, he won't be happy, but a lot of players would have given up hope on this lane now, but Liam's going to do everything he can to make him sure he's got a chance. It looks like he's going for this, actually. He must be able to get to the angle to play the skill shot.
Yeah. It was either skill shot or set up for the double.
This is interesting for the referees required here, really, for me.
Well, you think he's going to catch the yellow?
Yeah, I don't think he can get to the putting angle to play the skill shot without hitting the yellow, so Simon has gone to get a referee. Nice to be back, Dave.
Yeah. It's very weird as a fan. I used to listen to a lot of you, Dan. I'm sure a lot of people out there know you. You started it all off as a volunteer streaming for the IPA a few years ago.
God, that was
Many a decent match.
Oh yeah, we had some classics.
I always remember one in particular between Adam Davies and Gareth Potts, where a ball came down the rail and stopped. Yeah. Now, well, just we play this shot. That was red first, and that was played perfect.
That is a fabulous shot. That really is.
Peachy.
Referee Malali's just come over here just to have a pull in. Oh, he's missed. No,
he hasn't missed.
It looked like near knuckle from here.
Well, yeah, so Adam Davies, I think it was Was it Adam that played it down the rail? No, it was Gaz.
It stopped over the
and
pocket.
It stopped and dropped in, and if it wasn't for your instant replay skills...
Oh, yeah.
And 20 minutes of nothing on the stream...
That was funny. That
Adam wouldn't have won, would he?
No, there was quite a bit of conversation about it, because we'd got the replays going, and it was a bit of bit controversial as to whether or not it was whether or not we should have been allowed to use the replays. Well,
let's just go back a little bit just before Simon shows us how to break. For those of you who don't know this match, it is still on YouTube. I believe it's 2012, somewhere around there. It was Adam Davies versus Gareth Potts, and Gareth played a ball down the rail, and he was about to win the frame, but the ball rattled in the bottom right-hand corner bag.
I was just about to point to the right bag.
The bottom right corner bag, and it sort of like stopped and then dropped in, a little bit like Tiger Woods on the 15th. If anybody's seen that, for all you golfers out there. Now the rules are that if the ball stops moving, then drops in, then it's replaced.
Well, I think the way that the rules are worded are that it depends whose visit. Now, Gaz was walking to the table, and the question was had Adam retreated away from the table, and therefore it was not his visit any longer, or was Gaz not at the table subsequently? It was still Adam's visit, and I think the way it finished up, I think just the ball. I can't remember if the ball. You might be able to tell me, Dave, whether or not the ball got replaced or whether
it did. It got replaced, yeah. And you remained extremely unpopular with one side. You were in a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. I'm good friends with both.
Yeah,
Gaz and Adam, and it's hard.
From your neck of the woods.
Yeah, both. Well, from where I'm living, anyway.
My greatest ever match was probably against Adam. I lost 6-4 to him in a local competition, and a dry broke 3 times. I didn't have a breaking bat, and that cost me in the match. I should have beaten him. And he said at the end, "You don't get to play world champions very often, unless you live in Stoke."
Yeah. Both of them have given me a number of beatings over the years in local merits. I actually beat Adam once in a merits competition, like a singles knockout, played over a season, and ashamedly
bragged about it.
No, well, the table we played on was absolutely shocking, and God bless, I was embarrassed to shake his hand. I actually beat Adam, and then I had to play another round on the same night at the same table, and I lost 3-0 to a guy called Nick Burton, who's a Staffordshire seniors player. And he wasn't, not disrespect to Nick, but
he beat you with his walking stick, did he?
He was. Neither of us played well. Nick's a good player, but at the time I'd have probably been favourite. It's not often I ever get described as a favourite in a match.
Favourite to mess up.
Least likely to lose. It's probably more accurate.
To rescue defeat from the jaws of victory. A speciality of mine.
It's not often I get close to the jaws of victory. Marshy just prowling the table. Marshy? Not Marshy, Mordy. It's slightly different physiques. I prefer Marshy's physique. He plays golf.
And haircuts. Can he play it off the yellow?
I think he can. That's what he's playing.
No. Obviously not. So, is this going to be a screw into it?
I wonder whether or not he's trying to play the other red off the red and the yellow. You see, that's a bigger bag that way.
Could do. There's a few ways he could play this.
Yeah, if he plays it off the red's going to be going up towards the left corner, and if it can go awkward. So, And the yellow's not that close to the pocket. It could
Looks
just
like
get
he's
a bit
digging down on this.
He's coming back across. He's not.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Well, unless this passes to the top left corner, and even if it does, he's close to an half.
Yeah, he's going to try and play the white off the knuckle here. This is tentative.
Does it pass?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's quite a gap between the red and the yellow.
Can we have camera 3?
No, we'll get a good shot from camera 3 here if we can get on it. Yeah,
That looks tight.
Tighter than a nun's crivet, as they say.
Careful, Dan.
That's the thing that goes round their head.
Oh, is it?
It's terrible.
A crivet? I thought you said crumpet. Off the jaw. And is it there?
Perfect.
Is it there? Of course it is. Wow.
Great shot from Simon.
Told you he was a good shot maker. It's not bad, this Wardy lad.
I have to be honest, he's just come a little bit. It's not like you can judge it much off there, but it has just landed a bit awkward. For me, he's probably going to roll through and then play the red thin and take the black into the left
When you're
centre.
straight, you can usually go back. Well, ideally.
But getting straight is going to leave a bit of distance with the cue ball.
If he goes forward, it makes the position for black a little bit more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's the safest route. And not that these Welsh boys are ever bothered about safety, but this now is a difficult one because you're coming across the line of the pot. Your cue ball distance control's got to be good. For me, I play it with a little bit of left hand side if you're feeling confident, just to give you more chance. Yeah, got to bounce now. He's played
That's
that.
fine.
Yeah, he's played that brilliantly though. That shot can go wrong, so he managed to bring it back level.
Just become a dad, I believe, Simon, or recently. Saw a very cute picture of his little one this morning on the news feed.
Yeah, I forget the child's name now. I think Kelly is his wife, I think. Bronny, no doubt. She could Facebook message me, but my phone's not on. Anybody who's abusing me on Facebook or abusing me by text message.
Don't pass it my way.
An announcement earlier that Mr. Emperor Barton, as I refer to him, Kevin, the chairman, will be I'll be having an interview with him a little bit later on the stream. That means my face has got to be on that side of the camera. I'm never comfortable with that, David. It's just...
No, am I. Once our technical guy brought some assistants who were camera operatives and decided to put me on for a little while, and I certainly have a face for radio, shall we say. So you're not looking forward to interviewing Kev?
No, I am, because I think he's got good news to spread.
He has got very good news, that is
That
unlucky.
is so unlucky. And these reds are just there for the taking. I'm not sure where his white's going to go. We never predict Wardy's path with his white ball, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to be gone.
Were you here last night for the presentation?
No.
You know the news?
Yeah, I knew the detail previously, but I said the detail. I knew of the happenings, shall we say, but just how good things appear to have come about. Then that's. We'll get more into it later on, but I think as happy as I am for the association, as happy as I am for the sport, I am most happy for Kev, because I know the toll that it is taking on his life.
Yeah.
Investing his
time,
body,
money,
heart, soul, finance into this, and for the guys the players who've stuck with him, and it's just great news, and long may it continue, and there's, as good as the news is, there is more to develop yet, and the future is looking pretty rosy, hopefully.
It's exciting. There's talk of TV. Can't mention any channels, I don't think. I've been told to stay quiet, but we are going to be in Coral betting shops on the stream. They've put an awful lot of money into events. They've got new events like the Premier League, which are going to be great to watch because it's just the best players in the world beating up the other best players in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're talking about the television side of things, that you don't get that kind of interest unless you've got the likes of Dave here, who's doing all of our streaming control. You don't get that kind of interest or that credibility to be put in that situation if you haven't got such a professional production that's already been put together. And that's why
the stream's fantastic.
Yeah,
you get nothing but good reviews. I mean, there's still little things like live scoring to be updated. There's little tweaks and stuff that still need to be worked upon. When it's all working fine, it's good.
Oh, that's believe it or not, that's one of the things that the extra finance is going to make easier to do. And I'm not because I was talking before about this to a few other people. When you get into a scenario where so much is based upon volunteering and goodwill, with that goodwill comes, more often than not, you're massaging people's egos and you're trying to make them feel more important, and then they get this feeling that they're invincible and more important than anything, and it just gets very awkward. And so the bit of finance where you can pay people, and that payment
is to do a professional job.
Is to do a job, and you're not reliant upon their goodwill. You're in a much better position in terms of being able to develop things for the long term, and you're not reliant on one person then to bring this in.
Do you think, Dan, we will lose our job to Jim White?
Jim White?
Will it happen?
I know Jim. Well, I say no Jim, that's not true at all. I don't think Jim would suit this kind of commentary. I'll tell you what though, Dave.
If they ask me, I want a better chair.
I've got a funny story about Jim White. We were at the I'm not sure I'm allowed to say this, but the WEPF World Championships in Blackpool. Oh, we don't boo. Everyone's got a choice. Everyone's allowed to do what they like. That's no problem. But I was with Lee Kendall, who's
he's not bad.
He's the England captain and is a good friend of mine, and someone I've got a lot of time and respect for.
A lot of people have.
Yeah, and we were at Blackpool, and Lee was doing a bit of commentary, and I was actually down there as a translator for Lee. Not Stokey. Stokey into English. No, it was because I don't want to go into details, but he needed my French language skills, and I'll just turn my mic down a bit. Yeah, so that's better. I feel like I'm able to get a bit closer now. He needed my French language skills, and out of the blue, Jim White just turned up. He was doing the commentary on the championships, and Lee said, "Oh, Jim, this is Dan Rush. He's your biggest fan." And like most people would go, "Oh, shut up, Lee. Stop being an idiot." And I didn't. I went like a little girl, and I went, "Oh yeah, I am."
Not followed up by, "Are you really Jim White?"
Yeah, so I'd seen Jim before, but never had the confidence to talk to him. Anyway, I kind of built up, got chatting to him. I said, "Jim, would you do me a favour?" He said, it was like mobile phones were relatively new then, and I said, "Would you leave me a recording on my voicemail?" And he's going, "Oh yeah, sure, Dan." And he's got his phone, and I can still remember it to this day. He said, "Hi, this is Dan's phone. He's got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. He can't get to the phone right now." Well, honestly. So I had that as my voicemail. And
for a long, long time.
Oh yeah, for ages. But I had to get rid of it because basically everybody just sharing my number on what was then UK8ball.com, putting my number out there. Literally, I'd have about 40 or 50 calls a day from people I had no idea who they were. And I'd answer the phone and go, "Hello?" And they go, "Hiya, can you do me a favour? Can you just let me listen to your voicemail? If I ring you back, you just hang up." Loads of them.
I am never putting my number online.
No, I didn't. Somebody did it for me.
My Facebook is fine.
Oh, it's a fantastic shot. If it just pulls up, that's a really good shot. Got to judge this now. Like it might look like a big bag, but that other yellow's going to be.
He's got to hit the middle yellow on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and that's gonna. If he clips the other yellow, that could put that really awkward. But still a good shot. This was his problem ball.
Still all out attack as usual, as you'd expect.
I have seen Mordy lay a snooker once.
No, don't believe you.
Oh,
Got it.
That's a fantastic shot.
Wow,
really
he's not even moved the top yellow.
Well, yeah, that was the key, that he managed to avoid that contact. Still though, now he's got to just plan his route around these, because these are not gimmies. Leave him the correct angle and make sure you can avoid that middle bags. It just come into play on the left hand side in a few shots time. Drop this in, leave himself just off straight, but he's got to get that white past the red in the middle of the table. He's got to get himself the right angle. He's coming back out, so.
And another rattle. We've seen so much of that in the last 2 days.
But just look where the white ball is there now, Dave. It's not perfect
It's
at
not
all.
perfect.
He had a lot of work to do still.
Oh, by no means do I think that rattled because the table's tight. He genuinely missed that, but we've just seen so much of it. Seeing it on other tables. On another day, I've seen that shot drop. Mind you, they're not easy, these are they? Reds are not easy. Far from ideally placed. Wouldn't be surprised if you see him run safe, but the problem is even if he chooses to pot maybe one or two and then place a red behind the black, if he leaves it as a plant, it's not necessarily safe, is it?
Well, the black's going to be so close to the reds that I think it will be pretty safe. He doesn't want that to drop. For me, he's played that wrong. He could have played the one over the middle bag and then come down and done this.
Made sure.
Because he would have left a snooker as well. And well, I suppose he's left a snooker, but a snooker that's difficult to get out of.
If he plays this though, Dan, I still believe, watching Simon, that if these balls are left as a plant, then Simon will play and get the skill shot, because his cue power and his cue ball control are exceptional.
Just if you see where the black is, Dave, my only thing is, if the ball is anything other than dead straight in a parallel line with the black in the pocket, see where it is? You can see there. It's just it makes the skill shot physically impossible. What I'm looking at this now for Liam. If this was Wardy at the table, Wardy would be screwing up and trying to develop or get on that red at the top of the table, because then they're all there.
He would.
And
you could even try and play the skill shot here if he's got the line.
Exactly, yeah. I think Liam might fancy these, and I don't think.
Yes, I think you're right, Don. Yep, you're right.
He's played a good shot here. That can pull up. He'll be
fine.
okay. That's a very, very good shot.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The attack is always the better option. Well, it is to most of these boys. Half a chance and they grab it. Definitely played the safety on the first red. Little bit to do. If the red passes the black, which I believe it does, it flies in, so can run down. Should be no problems here now.
He can choose which way he goes depending on what angle he gets on this. Now for me, he's just a little bit awkward actually. It shouldn't be an issue. He should be straight enough to be able to roll through and play the red and the black in the same pocket. A little bit straight and he'd have screwed back, so roll through and that's perfect.
Do you fancy anybody? Obviously, I'm guessing you keep up to date with who's won what on the IPA. You fancy anybody for this weekend? Maybe Mr. Croxton? He's impressed me quite a bit.
Yeah, with Jamesy, is nothing to do with his own ability.
He can play every shot on the table.
Yeah, he's fantastic cueist. For me, with Jamesy, I want to just see his mental strength, just his little bit of resolve, just to help him when he gets things roll against him. Sometimes I feel like his head drops or he starts playing a different game, and that to me is the only thing that holds Jamesy back. And then sometimes a bit of belief, he's as good as anybody when he's on his day, and that's something that you can't really instill. That comes from victories, but I know he's had a few good runs. He's playing Neil Raybone now. That's such a tough game.
Well, they're practice partners and friends as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mentioned last time, but I didn't know the exact details. Did he play in the Players Series? And did he win it, or is he currently top? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the situation is in that this year.
Down your neck of the woods, you've
down
got
at Players Pool Club.
Do you want to start? Yeah, in Players. Yeah, you want to start name dropping a few that'll be in that league. Neil Raybone, James Croxton.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like an area to play in, that's probably the reason why I hung my queue up. It's just every week you're playing against players and you just think, oh, this isn't worth it. Even
who else will be in that series? Do you know?
Yeah, it'd be like Carl Huff, Ryan Cope. I don't think Lee Whitfield's in it.
I believe Clint Jansen's in it as well. He comes up.
Does Clint travel to play in that?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Well,
there's a phenomenal amount of players, and I got told, maybe somebody could message me through Facebook, because we're struggling on YouTube at the minute to get a stream where I can see. My name's David Hine. If you message me and you're from around the Stoke area, tell me a little bit about the Players Series. I've been told that James is top of his league, or has already won his league, with a fantastic sort of range of players, fantastic standard of players. So it just shows how capable he is.
His ability is absolutely not in doubt.
Obviously, when you look at the odds, as a lot of people do through Cole, he's sort of like 33s. But then again, so is Ben Davies.
I think Jamesy, I'm going to tell you, he's a bit loved up at the minute.
Oh, I'm sure he'll appreciate you telling everybody on the stream that.
It's nice to see him happy. It really is. And he's got a lovely lady there, Natalie, who looks after him well. Yellow needs to pull up, it has done.
There's very little to separate. I wouldn't call this match at the start. Still can't now.
No, the key to this game is how the balls go off the break. They're both capable of doing it, but I would... it's probably unfair on Liam, but I think when Wardy's on full form, he's very hard to beat, because he just doesn't give you a chance, and he never knows when he's beat. Hence his well-known nickname, the Boomerang, because he keeps coming back. But if it was to go tight, I'd back Liam all day long. I was just speaking to Simon beforehand, and I says, "Go on then." I says, "How do you see this kind of play now?" He says it's either 8-0 to me in 10 minutes, or 8-0 to him in about an hour and a half. So
well, he's wrong up to now.
Well, yeah, but both players have come out and they're going for the finishes, so it's a positive thing to see.
Liam, just before the Glasgow event, decided it was a good idea to have a little cash game with none other than Ronan McCarthy, which usually isn't the best of ideas for anybody that thinks they can play pool, but he did win. I don't think he went down to the last frame, but anybody that beats Ronan McCarthy in a cash game is going to get respect.
Oh, absolutely.
The only problem is you're not going to earn much more money from cash games.
No. Ronan's got that tenacity to win. You know, tenacity that Liam possesses to win games. You know, in a tight fashion, and to have that. What's the word I'm looking for? The control over your emotions. It's really important in money games, and that's what Ronan's got in bags, and so has Liam. You can see different style of player than what you normally see playing money games. I think that's one of the reasons why Ronan's been so successful over the years, is that he has an ability to win from anywhere and to compete in any situation, because he can take off finishes, and that's something that Liam's got. Sometimes if a money match gets niggly and slow, gotta miss that yellow. It has. This could be brilliant. I think he's on that.
He's taking the one over the bag now.
If we just shift to camera 3, we'll be able to see that. Pretty sure that we're on.
Yeah, he's on it. Yeah. Show the audience.
Yeah. That's it. Now
so come up and cannon the top yellow, or maybe miss both.
Well, you need to miss both because you've got to get back for the black, but that means you've got to play it with left-hand side.
No, you don't, Dan.
Well,
what do we know?
Done very well. That must have been close to that yellow.
Dead weight.
And Simon looks to be taking a 3-2 lead.
Great to watch.
And he's got the break. Been a good game so far, Dave.
Knew it would be, you know, even though Liam's style can be a little bit slower. You get two professionals all day, well, from now onwards really, you just get high quality pool all the way through to Sunday night. You've got the remainder of the open competition and then the start, middle and conclusion of the professional competition tomorrow. Every match is fantastic.
Sixth frame. Simon with the break. Good break.
He drills down Simon on his break. He holds the butt of the cue quite high up in the air and pushes right into the middle of the pack. It's a fantastic break.
You're not going to see his elbows straight though, are you?
No.
I love watching Woody in the Blackball shootouts that we have in some events. Oh God. He's the only person. Everybody else just like slow rolls him in. He says to me, Dan, the only way you can pot that ball is if you play it with deep screw and right hand side. But he never misses. I remember playing against Neil Raybone once, and I think it was like 22-23 that he ended up winning. God, unbelievable. I wouldn't pot 1 in 5 of those blacks. Not anymore, anyway.
Yeah,
that's just turned onto that knuckle.
Always when you're crossing, there is a slight nap. Is there? If there is, he's just caught it. Or maybe he was just trying to pinch a bit.
He was trying to pinch a bit because he's trying to hold the cue ball for that yellow, yeah. And that's an open table. Leaves Liam with a chance. I think he's looking at the first ball to the bottom right pocket. Can get to the potting angle pretty cleanly, yeah.
It's all about that ball to the bottom left. Wherever that passes. Whether he can get on it.
Yeah, well, I think he might just look at a little flick here now, because it's going to leave him.
He's always going to be on the yellow to the right middle.
Exactly that, yeah. Just a little adjustment there, didn't he? Unfortunate.
Brilliant. Doesn't like to bounce.
He's okay. I think he's on it to the bottom right. It's not how he wanted to get it, but
no, it is okay, but he's got to play this with a little bit of pace to get the white ball out. Can he bounce on and off the cushion, do you think, Dan? Or is he going to have to screw around the two cushions?
He can bounce it off the cushion, but he's only going to be a little flick on the red, because it's quite a thick contact. So even if he rolls it just over pocket weight, the white will come out and leave him on it. But for me, you can play it with confidence. That yellow at the top is at the top left of the screen is always an insurance ball anyway. Doesn't need to be too worried about the scenario.
Well, can he get through to this yellow in the middle? We presumed he couldn't, but that's far jaw. Oh.
It must have been tight, Dave.
It must have been very tight, but he didn't like the ball across the table. Obviously felt like maybe he was cannoning the red and going either close to not having a shot or close to the end half, but he's handed the initiative to Simon. Okay, he's got one problem red, but that's usually not enough to keep him at bay.
Actually, the way that these balls are set up, he might be able to get on that red quite early.
Sort of off the second pot?
Well, off the third, I'm thinking, if he can just take this one to the bottom left and screw out to the one for the middle, it leaves him. Well, yeah, he managed to get himself the angle off the first one. Now, this is interesting.
You play towards the yellow. I watched them play this kind of shot a few times. The risk is too high playing into the red.
Oh yeah, no, he's playing position. It's whether or not he can, generate the control that he needs. I'm sure he can. It looks like a good angle from here.
Oh, you wouldn't be surprised if he plays this hard with stun and right hand side. Just sort of kicks the red out.
I don't fancy that, because he hasn't got that much angle if you look at it. For me, it's a stun across. Stun as if you're trying to pot the yellow, and then even if it stays over the pocket and doesn't pot the yellow, you've still got a shot. So it depends how he fancies it, though. I said to him before, I said it's a disaster commentating on Wardy, because you have never got a clue what he's thinking.
Same with Jordan.
Your problem with Sheffy is that he doesn't even know what he's thinking either.
He might choose. Well, is he getting down on this?
Yeah.
I was just saying he might choose to play the one at the bottom right and get better positions.
And I think that he sees that as his backup if he's not on the red at the top left.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, looking at it, that yellow's right in the pocket. If he wanted to, he might be able to approach for the skill shot, but...
There we go. He doesn't like it. I think you're right. It's a bit straighter.
He's playing it the way I thought. To me,
he's high. He's not on that.
Yeah, but no, like I said, now he's in a situation where he's got this one bottom right as an insurance policy. But then it is all or nothing.
I think after that shot, before that shot, I think he was favourite. I don't think he's favourite anymore. The double. Cheeky double. Oh, he snapped at that bit. And he's not got away with it. There should be 3-all.
Reds ended up pretty much exactly where it was.
Yeah. One of the best doublers would say.
It's just because he's never in position, if he tells you the truth. He's always having to play him to get out of trouble.
Do you know, Dan, when I come onto commentary, I try my hardest to be nice to everybody. You just come on and rip everyone to pieces.
I think they know their own strengths and weaknesses. Woody can bottom off the lampshades, but he hasn't got control of his white half the time. But he's capable. He's capable of doing.
You're a brave man.
Yeah, he's capable of doing anything. You don't win the events that he wins without natural flair and ability. I think his cue's about a 4mm tip. There's just nothing to it. Or I think he might have had a new one actually. I remember he used to play with a needle. Just like Joe Swale though, the important thing is getting the cue through the ball properly. And that he does. I think he's okay for the right corner. Locks it. It doesn't look it, but it's just a little bit awkward here. Should be able to hold it. Oh yeah, it was thicker than I thought. It looked a lot thinner than that on the camera. Played that
no
nicely.
mistake from Liam. Straight in, 6 frames, nothing to separate them. And it's Liam to break, I think. Racking up on the coral table. Or coral, as my friend tends to call them. Coral, or going corals.
How fantastic does that table look?
Looks amazing. All the players saying they're tightening the pockets of the egg.
Well, I think
Still trying to work out the sponsor. You know, it's not that clear, is it really?
it looks good as well. Sometimes you get the advertising material from the sponsors and it just doesn't look like it should, but this suits the game. You know, the contrast of colours are really nice. And I think
Would you gone for a blue cloth? Or would it be too much blue?
Well, you never know, do you? The players, are you talking about the tightening of the pockets? The players should encourage that, you know.
Jack prefers that. He was saying that before on commentary. Jack Whelan.
The game is sometimes, you know, can sometimes play quite easy, and that was unlucky. Straight in off the cushion. He did lose the white ball though, so you know, if you lose the white ball, you can go anywhere, can't it?
Not the easiest of chances again though. If he chooses to take yellows and the yellow passes into the top right, then all he has to do is develop these 3 at the top left, and then he will have a chance. Not many better at spotting the opening shot though.
I think reds are the ball for me. I like I think I like the reds. I don't think there's much in it, to be honest, but
No, either does. Reds are nicely positioned. One near the black slight bone.
yeah, on the yellow. Oh, Simon didn't want that red to go there. On the yellows, the only thing is that the black is a difficult ball to get on. Sam's going to be disappointed with that now, because I think the ball that he would probably have used to get on the last red is just a bit awkward. He don't think the yellow goes past the red into the top right pocket, so he's not going to change suit, but see how he goes about this.
Good shot. Bit unlucky. I think he is on the one to the top right though, so might be awkward queuing.
No, I think this one goes to bottom left as well.
Does it?
Yeah, I think
He's not
so.
too close to it.
Simon can always just jack his cue up. He's not gonna. They're just gonna ask for a referee. I think just because it's awkward.
Simon calling for the referee there. Great sportsmanship and professionalism. As you'd expect. Coral get some better chairs.
Referee, hopefully coming into the arena here. It's always funny when you call a referee. Other people come in because they kind of go, "Oh, what's going on?" Oh, we've been blessed by the presence of referee Mel Harley, senior referee. There'll be none of that. Can we have another opinion?
The legend of referees. That was fine.
Well done.
Simon, I mean, if a guy's going to call a referee on himself, there's not going to be much problem with disputing whether he's going to own up to his own push shot.
Oh, no.
But it is right to bring a referee. Then there's no arguments. So top through, he's screwing across for the red in the same pocket. Got into that a little bit too much, but he's okay, is he?
He's alright, but he has, like you say, he has got into it too much.
He's going to have to come down the table and probably play a cannon into the red and yellow.
Well, yeah, the natural angle is into the yellow and red.
But he's not guaranteed to be on it.
Well, yeah, that's why, it becomes a bit more risky.
Would prefer to cannon just the yellow here.
Well, he's not having to queue over the ball, so he's got a bit more control.
And he's cannon the red, but he's missed the ball. Well, he did have a shot. Had that red have dropped, he would have fancied him, I suppose. He could have played the red to the bottom right and held off the yellow. As it stands, it's Liam at the table. But there's problems. The two at the top left aren't a plant, so they need disturbing. And then there's another one, the right hand side of the balk line, which needs good position. Do you think he's going to get these done?
This is where Liam does come into his own. He's probably thinking, he's the best, I would say, at balancing when he's on form. I should say he's the best at balancing when it's worth going for finishes. To me, I don't think he's got any angle on the yellow to the middle pocket, but if he had, he could have deep screwed, but I don't think he has. No. So, we'll see now. He hasn't got an angle to do anything dramatic with this yellow into the bottom left pocket. If it had been just off straight, then you may have seen him force it and deep screw into the two yellows to split them, but that's not going to happen now.
Missed. That was always far, Joe. I don't know what happened there. Just a miss, I suppose.
I think he just lost a little bit of
concentration,
a little bit of focus,
and a very rare moment of emotion. Yeah, head down. This should be all over. He'll probably leave the one at the top of the table till last, depending on whether he moves the black. Take one of these two, probably the bottom one, and the one along the rail. Putting my neck out. Nope, doing something different. Just never goes the way you spot it.
I think that makes sense, really, because that red at the top is on the top jaw of the pocket, and so getting position on a ball on the same cushion is actually really difficult.
He's okay. He could.
Oh yeah, but he's
let's go straight back.
Is it that really hard?
I don't think he's going to be on the ball, is he? He is on one to middle. How would you fancy this? You got to play this with screw. And we've already had a bounce out in the corner. If you're going to play these into the middle with pace, you've got to be so precise.
I think from camera 3 you can see that actually he doesn't have to screw it, he can just roll it through. And he will have an angle to be able to get on.
Oh, he's gone in off the far jaw.
The black. Now this is the one here, because the white is going to roll through after he's done it, so he's got to play this with a little bit of right hand side just to keep it away from the yellow. That's perfect.
Perfectly played. What a great shot. Fantastic finish.
Like I said, the white ball's not always under control, but he's able to pull out the shots at
the right time.
That he needs to, you know.
Recovery shots. Liam having a bit of a chuckle to himself.
He's just furious with his missing an easy ball like that. Ladies World Champion Deb Birchall in the background.
Just coming over here. Waiting for Simon to deafen us.
Oof.
Pang. Lifting of the back arm. Splits them as good as anybody in the game, Sam Ward. Fantastic break.
I like both sets, but with where the white is yellows of the ball. Simon's just got to take these, you know, a bit of care over these, because that yellow on the right hand side of the table is the only one that's going to cause him the issues. But he does go to the pocket near the black. He's just got to plan your route. Like here now, this looks a little bit awkward to me, but as long as he plans it, he's okay. You might find him come down below these reds and down to the bottom near the black spot here. Oh, he didn't want that flick.
No, he didn't.
Didn't want that flick. Well,
has he got a double? Or is
no,
the
red's
in
in the way. No, he might be able to slice
this in off the black.
Well, you don't want to touch the black. It's like the situation we had before. Got to miss the black, because if you touch the black, it's going dead.
Safe. It looks very close. Can we flick to camera 3?
You can see how close it is.
There's a little bit of a gap. There is a double if he plays this with.
I think you can.
If he plays it with left hand side, it will kick the yellow to the right off the cushion.
No, I can't. He could play off behind it, but it's just no. This is the shot, but he's gonna move the black. So.
This is very thin. If anyone can, though, I suppose. Nope. Not bad, though.
It wasn't a bad effort, was it?
No.
I'm pretty sure. We can just flick to camera 3, we might be able to see, but I'm just wondering whether the black... No, we can't just see on the camera, but I'm pretty sure that the black squeezes past the yellow into the middle pocket.
Yeah, I think it does. Which way are you going here? I'm clearing the bottom of the table first. Probably one over the bottom right, across for the left middle.
Just, yeah, the one over the bottom right is the first ball, just because then it opens the bag for the other one. Whether you play that, whether you necessarily have to clear this side of the table first, I don't know. To me, you open each pocket up as it comes available, come back across the table now and then take the one to the left centre. He doesn't fancy that. It was a good chance to get on that ball, so having just missed one into this bottom left pocket as well.
Bit of a dilemma which way he goes now. He's just thinking about whether to take the one bottom right before trying to clear these two that are together. Very confident strike of the ball, that. I don't believe he's in absolute ideal position here.
He's okay though. He's on a shot. He can just flick that. I think he can get through to the one on the right, but even if he can't, he's got enough gap. Think this out.
Running round the angles with the cue ball. That's okay. It's not perfect. I don't think he... Has he gone the right way, do you think he had done? It's not, certainly not the way I'd have gone.
No.
Every shot seems to be quite difficult at the minute.
I think he wishes Wardy was taking these out.
Another good shot, but was needed. So it looks like he's going to have to just roll this through, nudge the yellow, and then leave himself an angle on the red to the bottom right to just top in over to the other side of the table.
Oh yeah, he's dead straight on this red. He doesn't need to touch the yellow.
Is he dead straight?
He can come past the yellow and leave himself a natural angle to get that white ball across. It doesn't matter.
If he can do that, that's a much better shot.
Yeah, as long as he's past past the yellow at the ball. He's screwing back. I'm not sure about this.
There you go.
Oh.
Right, this is going to have to be forced a little bit. Just topspin should be fine. Ideally wants to be as close to the left hand side cushion as possible. But the way he's gone, he's just piled pressure on himself here. And he's not giving himself options on each shot. Needs to miss the yellow and hasn't. That's a total snooker.
It is total, so I think he probably just come off this bottom cushion and just try and land on the red.
Just try and nestle on it.
Yeah, because even if he comes up short, if he doesn't nestle on it, then he's lost. So you're playing this short of power, if anything. So just touch the red, and if he's successful, then he's still in with a sniff.
He's milking this a little bit. There's not a lot you can do here. You know, you're sort of at this rule set. There's no deliberate foul. It's just a case of nestle on this red and get the snooker, or a hit and hope. maybe he's looking at coming off the top cushion and knocking the red into the yellow, but he's clutching at straws a little bit.
I think in this situation, you're clutching at straws whatever happens, aren't you?
You know, sounds isn't very fair though. Creeping up on shot time. It's a big frame, I suppose. Well, he's hit it hard in the hope of disturbing something, but it's not worked out.
Yeah, I don't really see the sense in that. But let me tell you again, I mean, I know I called it being a bit awkward before, but this isn't a gimme either.
He's just got to not move the black, that's all. Just don't move the black.
But the important thing here, right, is that unscrewing this ball out of the yellow, he has to be really good position on the next yellow to make it easy to get on the yellow to the bottom pocket. So this is going to take some concentration.
I think he's fine, Dan.
Oh no, yeah, don't get me wrong, he's fine, but it's not, you know, he's screwed across for this one, which is, you know, and he's played it as good as you could. I mean, that's a fabulously controlled.
Stun this in and leave yourself straight on the last one. Yeah, it was a fabulous shot. It's probably a lot harder than what it looked like. Oh,
40.
That pocket is so tight.
Don't slow roll it, will you?
He wasn't favourite for that black. 5-3 and a race to 7 for a place in the last 16. Simon Ward is 4-1 on. If you think Dunster's good for a comeback, as although it is 5-3, it's Liam to break. He's currently 3-1. I always think there's some hope at 5-3 and a race to 7. 6-3, you're done and dusted.
Oh, you say that to Farnsworth, he wouldn't agree with you. He was 5-0 down.
I wouldn't say anything to Farnsworth after losing.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're never dead, and what?
No.
Certainly, if it was the other way around. Well, no, I mean, both these players never know when they beat, so it's such a difficult.
It's just unlikely. The chance, odds are that you're going to get one chance, and most of the time that chance is taken. Good break from Liam, and they've opened up reasonably nicely as well. Thinking here, Dan. Yellows.
That's just his first ball.
His first ball on yellows, yeah.
It's looking like top left, but he's going to be on the reds. He can get to this one bottom right, but to me, the problematic yellow, which is the problematic red, if he goes reds, is the one near the middle pocket on the left. So, for me, I wouldn't mind seeing him just take the risk of the pot into the top left pocket on these yellows. If he gets it, the frame should be safe. Looking at the position of the black, I think it will go past into the bottom right pocket, but it is tight. If he doesn't fancy the one into the blind pocket, there's a super thin slice to the right centre.
What's thin? How close is the one on the bottom left?
Well, you can't think it's less. What he might be able to do though, I'm just going to just leave my chair for a second and get a look, but I think the yellow might go, yellow centre right could go past in the top right. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it does go past. It doesn't look like it does on the camera, but I just stood up and had a look, and it does go past. If he doesn't like the blind pocket, he's got that option, but I think he's going for the one I said.
Yeah, I think he is. Hand on the table. He's very close to the yellow at the bottom. No.
Not even.
Not close. And he's had a touch there. Unless this yellow passes to the bottom left as we look at it.
You're going to ask me to get up again now, aren't you?
I am. Get up. He's just checking to see if there's a gap now. No. Yes. No.
He doesn't like it, but I think it goes. Because if you get it through that gap, that pocket's huge down the bottom.
It is. He's come back around having a look at it. There's not much between reds and yellows there now, I don't feel.
Well, no. Yeah, I mean...
I think that's maybe
red.
The conclusion he's come to is that if he bobs this red along the rail and it drops in, he should be getting them. That's in.
Now then, for me, I wouldn't mind just seeing him. This is the red near the middle pocket. Screw right over and then use one of these two on the right hand side. Yeah, that's it, Simon.
Well called.
You can't hear me, believe me. Now he can just drop this.
If he couldn't, he wouldn't be listening.
Fair play. If he can just drop this, any of these two reds in, he's going to take the one nearest the cushion and just come back an inch. And then he's got the red into the left centre, and that was his only awkward red. From there on in, it should be in. I don't want to say run out because it sounds like American pool, but this is the
dishing up.
This is the one he has to concentrate on. Yeah, I say that with Simon because those kind of pots with his fast cue action, they're the ones that land him in trouble. Now he's cued that.
All of these balls and the other corner pockets are not dropping in cleanly.
Oh no, but then that's what you want. Here now, for me, he's just landed a bit awkward because he's screwed back too far. He's come back 6 inches where I said an inch. So you can tell he's not listening to me.
Hold off the yellow. No, oh, it obviously passes. If he's played that, it must pass. Unless he's playing the one to the middle.
See how he ends up here.
Never afraid of playing a shot with the pace with a white ball. Trying to get on a 50p. Doesn't scare him in the slightest.
No.
That's fine. Slightly the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. He can play up and down with a touch of left hand side if he chooses.
I think he's.
Or he can pop in dead weight.
Yeah, he's going to hold it, and then he's got enough angle here. You might find him playing this with lots of left hand side and going round 2 cushions with Simon, but yeah, see.
Right hand side, Dan. Right hand side.
But it's reverse. It's a.
The
from
camera
this test, the camera's the other way around for us. It's hard to do.
He's been away a while.
But I mean,
Dan.
that just shows with Simon, like, you know, he's the only player probably who would have played that positional shot on the black that way. If you could...
Craig Marsh should have played it the same way, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. But I think, you know, when we talk about metres per frame in cue ball distance travelled...
Oh, you imagine that on Sky. How much distance has the cue ball travelled? Like players running miles on a football pitch.
That's one for you, Stato, lad, is you should be adding these up for us.
Stato, lad.
Do you like that?
I never thought my interest in pool would ever come to such use.
So, 6-3 lead. Simon on the hill, as they say, with the break as well. He doesn't want to get a kick in off this time. Oh, if it goes in off now, he's going to blame me. Absolutely, definitely.
Like, perfect break. Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
And kicked as well.
Bronny, that's Simon's mum. You'll no doubt be watching. That's commentator's curse, and I am very sorry, love.
Even worse, look at how they've landed.
Yeah. Still a little bit of things to work out here. That yellow in the middle of the table, that's the one he's going to be wondering about how to get on. For me, you can play on it early. That's it. Get down this end of the table as early as you can. He's got a opportunity now just to develop the 2 yellows over the right pocket and give himself the perfect angle to get on them. So no excuses really.
Slight issue on the one near the blue spot. At the moment, only passes into the left middle.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. He's got the chance now
To disturb.
exactly to get himself to put the white anywhere. All he's got to do is make sure a ball hits the cushion, and he can put the white. I think a shot here might be just to put it not far from where it is and just flick into the black. He's missed the black, but he's going to be okay.
You've called that really well. Oh,
well, yeah.
Just turned a little bit at the end.
Finger mark. Either a finger mark, but as I was saying earlier, in these stages of tournaments, when the tables were only set for 2 days ago, you just, as a player, you just can't expect them. I know you do expect them, but you can't be surprised when you get little turns here and there. It's just only realistic to expect it. Slightly heavy contact, but he's fine. This will come around 2 cushions.
2 cushions, yeah. Sorry.
And he'll try to leave himself as straight as he can on the one to the left top corner.
A gift this has been.
He's played that in such a strange way. I mean, just so much side. You needed at least quite a lot more topspin on that, because he's just stunned it with side, and he's just never going to get down here. Let's take some cueing now, especially at 6-3 down. And he's got it. Good shot, to be fair.
Great shot. It's going to go 6-4. And it's Liam to break.
Now then, right. Here's a question for you.
Oh no.
If Coral were doing odds, and you know odds better than me, what are you giving me on the tap break? I don't think you can actually do a tap break. I think it's against the IPA rules, but I think
it is. We've got across the imaginary line in the middle of the table.
So 3.
Yeah, across what would be the blue line.
I guarantee you that Liam has perfected a IPA 3-ball tap break.
I don't know. Well, unfortunately, the only other match I commentated on Liam, and I mentioned it once already, was when he beat Ross Fernie 8-1. So there wasn't much pressure on him there. And he obviously was never going to be tap breaking. It's not in your advantage when you.
I don't mind a tap break.
6-4.
As bad as his image is, to watch players like Liam and another guy, Andy Lucas, who's played on the tour.
Oh, Andy Lucas is brilliant.
I've seen him do tap breaks and then clear up after having done them.
That was not a tap break. There is can you see the difference between the 2 breaks though? It's enormous, isn't it? Yeah. Certain players just have mastered the break, and it makes such a difference overall.
But look at these yellows. Liam is going to be furious.
Well, he had the luck in the last one, didn't he? Simon got kicked in off very unluckily.
That was my fault, though.
Well, yeah. Has anybody got £6 spare? Fancy making a quick grand? Stick it on Simon. Be very surprised if he doesn't clear these up. Oh no, sorry, someone was listening.
Yeah.
20 to 1 on.
Has anybody got a spare 20 grams? If they have, come to me.
Yeah. When you do that, and then you just say, excuse me babe, I need to change my Facebook.
Can you imagine? The
Simon miscues on the block.
It's interesting. He's just, he understands the importance of this finish.
Yeah, so he's just making sure that he takes the correct route.
Yeah. Well, the trick here, Dave, for me is he's right on that awkward first yellow, and that's the one. But he knows he's going away from the traffic, so he's doing exactly the right thing. For me, he might not be a bad idea to take this one over the bottom left now, and actually screw up to take it to the right centre. This is just going to go a little bit awkward, but he's absolutely, fine.
You wouldn't ask for a better chance than this, but you're right. He does everything the right way. He knows the importance of it, and he's just making sure that the most important thing is when they're all there is to give yourself options on every shot.
Well,
don't make yourself put the ball on a 50p when you don't have to. Why pile the pressure on yourself, Dan?
Yeah, well, but that's the thing about this particular finish is there's not that many options. The way those reds have set themselves and the yellow to the left of the black, it just needs full focus, and he's giving it.
This is the shot, isn't it? Play the one over the pocket, and he's going to just screw back. Is he?
Yeah, he just needs to come right, a stun across, but body cue action doesn't lend itself to stunning. It's more of you probably could have played with a bit of side. See,
I think he's going to have to take this to the top right now.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's just going to touch awkward.
If he wants to play it positively, he can play it with screw on and off the top, the bottom cushion.
No, well, oh yeah.
Or he can play it slowly and just stun across. From what I've seen with Simon, he likes to cue full, so but it depends on how much angle he's got, really.
Oh, he's got more angle than he wanted, I can tell you that.
The thinner it is, the more likely is he'll play the screw. Wants to be on the top of the two yellows for just a bob into the right middle. And there you can see digging down, he must have quite a bit of angle. There you go, up and down, and he's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Great shot.
Yeah. Well done, Wardy.
So the black must pass into the left middle, I presume, or he's just going to screw up for it into the right corner, left corner. Yeah, and it's all over. Very professional performance from Simon Ward. Deserved of a place in the last 16. Well done, Liam Dunster, but it's Simon that moves forward.
I love watching Wardy. He's like those finishes there are the ones that separate him from the others. Just because he takes them, he's taking it in such a different way, but every time it's so exciting to watching it. Great performance, lad, and all the best for the next round.
Thanks for having us.